Growing up in Rolla was the picture of small-town America. In the summer, that meant that I was out on tractors and I was slinging chainsaws and digging ditches and doing the things that my grandfather and my father did. Monday through Friday would be school. Usually I was doing some sport or some sort of after-school activities. Usually on Saturday, if it was the fall like it is now, we'd go up and see a Mizzou Tiger football game. Most of my family went to Mizzou, and so that was always a tradition. Then Sunday, usually we'd go to church and have a big family meal that evening. My grandfather came here in the 40s. He was the oldest of many children, came from extreme poverty up around Kansas City, and he just worked hard. And he worked basically up until a few days before he died. I mean, he was the founder of the Rolla Daily newspaper. He was also very involved in the community. He cared about the community, cared about getting good elected officials that really focused on this area. But then my dad was an entrepreneur, and he had some ventures. One was a fish farm, so I was his grunt guy out at the fish farm. I'd suck slime out from underneath the tanks, I'd gut fish all day, I'd seine nets or dig ditches. So if there was an ugly job to do, I was usually doing it out there. The other shifting was he was a soft frozen lemonade entrepreneur at some point. And so that work was predominantly moving carts around all around the Midwest. Those sorts of experiences, I think that, one, I was always working with all sorts of different types in these jobs. And there's a common bond that you have when you work with somebody. Faith has always been a part of my life. And it started as a kid here in Rolla going to Christ Church. Yeah, it's the church I still go to today. But really where my faith grew and really hardened was at war in Iraq, of all places. And there I carried a steel encased Bible. I had it in my breast pocket and carried it where I went. And the reason is that it was incredibly challenging and trying over there. I felt like I had given everything that I could and needed to draw on a strength external to me. And I found that in my faith. This family didn't get things the easy way. They worked for it. That has been what I've done pretty much my whole life. So I always had that, you have to act like a Sowers. To be a hard worker, to hold yourself to a high standard. This district needs somebody that gets up at 4:30 every morning, isn't content just to sort of, mind the store, but to really build, to grow, to make the relationships that this district needs. I'm Tommy Sowers, candidate for Congress, and I approve this message.